The story of Robert "Yummy" Sandifer, a true street docs retelling inspired by true events. South Side Shadows. It was the summer of 1994 on Chicago's South Side. Hot, buzzing, and restless. Sirens were background noise, like cicadas humming in the trees. Streetlights flickered on cracked sidewalks. Kids played in open hydrants while older boys leaned against brick walls, watching everything. In the middle of all this, barely 4 feet tall, with a face still soft from childhood, was Robert "Yummy" Sandifer, 11 years old and already infamous. Everyone knew him. The little boy who never smiled. The kid with a cigarette behind his ear and pockets full of stolen candy. The smallest member of the Black Disciples. They called him Yummy because he loved cookies, cakes, and anything sweet. A nickname that sounded innocent, almost cute. But nothing about his life was. A child with nowhere to go, Yummy was born into chaos. His mother drifted in and out of jail. His father was nowhere. His home, when he had one, was full of abuse, hunger, and shouting. By the time he was 8, he'd run away for good. He slept in abandoned buildings, under porches, in cars that didn't belong to him. The streets became his family. The gang became his protectors. The older disciples noticed him, small enough to avoid suspicion, desperate enough to do anything for attention, for belonging, for love. And so, at 11, Yummy was carrying guns that weighed almost as much as he did. The shot that echoed on August 28, 1994, everything changed. Older gang members handed him a semi-automatic handgun and told him to scare off some rivals. Show loyalty, earn rank. Yummy fired. Bullets scattered across the street, wild, uncontrolled. And one of those bullets struck Siobhan Dean, a 14-year-old girl standing on her porch. A girl who had nothing to do with gangs, a girl who died instantly. The neighborhood held its breath. Yummy ran. The police searched. News cameras swarmed. The whole country watched. An 11-year-old killer. A boy hunted for 3 days. Yummy hid. He crawled through alleys, slept beneath cars, ate whatever he could steal. He was terrified, confused, and angry all at once. Reporters painted him as a monster. Politicians used him as an example. But neighbors whispered a different truth. He's just a baby. He needed help years ago. Yummy never had a chance. The gang that once protected him now saw him as a problem, a liability. And liabilities get erased. The brothers. On August 31st, 2 teenage BD members, brothers, boys Yummy trusted, found him hiding under a viaduct. They told him he'd be safe. They'd take him home. They'd fix everything. Yummy followed them without question. The 3 walked into a dark underpass. No witnesses, just shadows and the hum of passing cars. 2 shots rang out. The brothers walked away. Yummy didn't. He died at 11 years old, face down in the dirt, wearing clothes far too big for him. Aftermath. Chicago mourned. The nation debated. Was Yummy a villain? A victim? Both? His funeral was crowded with politicians, activists, police, and neighbors, none of whom had been able to reach him when he was alive. Magazines put his face on the cover. Books were written. Documentaries shot. But on the South Side, people remembered something simpler. Yummy was a kid who needed protection, a kid who needed a chance, a kid failed by every system around him. Legacy Robert "Yummy" Sandifer became a symbol, not just of gang violence, but of how easily children can be pulled into cycles they don't understand. His story is still used today in schools, youth programs, and intervention efforts. A reminder that behind every statistic is a child who once wanted love, belonging, and safety.